The next time you have a moment in your life where it feels like you actually have a direction and know where you want to go, I'm going to suggest that you keep it to yourself. I'm someone that gets really excited when I have a new goal or I'm working towards a goal or it's getting closer to me or something big in my life is coming up. And it makes me want to tell everyone, including the internet, my friends, my family, even people that I literally just met. It makes me want to tell them what I'm doing and how I'm feeling and how I'm going to get there. But I think it might be wise to really just keep this to myself because there are people out there that are literally or metaphorically going to prevent you from getting what you literally, for example, if you tell someone a goal that you have or something you're working towards, they will literally go out of their way to make sure it doesn't happen. This could be out of jealousy, this could be out of spite, this could be out of their own insecurity. There's so many reasons why someone might choose to do this, but none of them involve you and none of them involve your own goals. It's just some people can't stand to see anyone else happy except for themselves. Now, metaphorically, I'm kind of superstitious, I'm not gonna lie. You might not agree with this part. But if you tell someone your goal, they might have some negative energy associated with the goal, and they might, because of their negativity, stop that from manifesting. Now, that's a whole lot of superstitious mumbo jumbo. But I think in a certain way, them being negative about your goal can discourage you. For example, you tell someone that you have this big dream doing whatever, and they might think or tell you that that's so stupid, that's very unrealistic, and that's never going to happen. And when you hear that, it's almost impossible not to be discouraged. It's almost impossible not to have a sad, it's impossible not to feel sad when you hear that. Especially if it's coming from someone you really care about and respect, like your parents or a good friend. Now, it is possible to hear this comment and go, well, I don't care what that person thinks. They can think that all they want. I'm still going to do it. But in my personal experience, after someone's told me that when I do inevitably slip up or have a bad day or a bad week or even a bad month, their voice echoes in my mind. And I think the benefit of keeping it all to yourself, as unhealthy as that might sound, it puts you in control and it removes all the variables that come with telling someone else your goal. You are now in charge of planning, you're in charge of creating, you're in charge of going after it, aka execution, and you're in charge of visualizing it and manifesting it. All of this is now up to you. But when we put someone else into that mix, now they're getting their grubby little hands over your ambitions and your dreams, and things just get messy. This YouTube channel, I actually never told anyone about when I first started it because I know how the stigma kind of is with content creation and being an online personality. Not that I would call myself an online personality, but there's a certain stigma that comes with doing what I do, and it can be seen as cringy or stupid or just you can get made fun of. So I specifically made a goal not to tell any of the people in my life other than my girlfriend at the time what I was doing. And it wasn't until I literally started showing up on my friends' YouTube feeds where they asked me, Reece, you have a YouTube channel? And at that point, I could tell them, but I didn't want any discouragement because I knew this is what I wanted to do. I was planning it, I was executing it, I was visualizing it. All the stuff that I put into my own hands to get here, I did myself. And I know by telling other people, maybe even my parents, love you, mom, that it would make me feel a little bit discouraged and I wouldn't want to keep doing it. You know you best. You know your own work ethic. You know your limits. So when you say that you have a goal or that you can do something and you believe it from the bottom of your heart, like there are certain things that I know I'm incredibly capable of doing. Like it's not even a doubt in my mind. It might be fun to tell someone else, but you got to think, am I doing this just for fun or am I doing this because I want them to validate me too, to make me be like, well, yeah, if that person thinks I can do it, then I surely can do it. That confidence needs to come originally from you. If you believe you can do it, then you can do it. You don't need anyone else's approval ever to do anything you want, unless you're under the age of 18, and then you do need your parents' permission for the most part. But if you're a grown ass adult, you know you best. So don't let what anyone else says or thinks affect you. And the sad truth is, there are some really sad people that do want to see you not succeed. And you don't necessarily need to keep these people out of your life because there are some aspects of them that you might enjoy, but they have this very negative aura around them, and that can bring you down, and that's just not something you need in your life. Don't let someone else's negativity get in the way of what you want to do with your life. Now, I think there is a benefit in putting it out to the world what you want. But when I say the world, I don't literally mean the people in the world. I mean the world in a more metaphorical sense, like writing it down, having like a step-by-step plan or having that visualization in your brain. I think that's putting it out into the world, not necessarily telling everyone you know all your hopes and dreams, because no matter what, someone's going to be there to try to tell you no. I'm not even someone that necessarily needs everything to be in a set order or to be going according to the plan for me to feel comfortable. I just think in this specific scenario, if you have your plan set, you gotta just go and do it. And eventually, maybe you'll show up on someone's YouTube recommended, or you'll show up somewhere right in front of their face and they'll be like, I had no idea you were even doing this. Today, I was with a friend and we were with another friend, and my friend told the other friend that I had a YouTube channel. The reason I don't go around telling people I have a YouTube channel is because, first of all, I don't want anyone to think of me differently, not necessarily because I have clout or anything really cringy like that, just because, yeah, this is who I am and I love this about myself. It's not something I'm necessarily trying to hide, but it's not something that I feel necessary to say because it can come off as if I'm showing off or something. Now, there are certain people that I think you totally should tell your dreams and aspirations to. And that's people that, first of all, you might be working with. For example, I'm in a band and I want that band to be successful. So I'm not going to not tell the band what I want because that's something that we need to agree on. And by me telling them what I want, hopefully this will kind of actually get us on the same page, and then we can both work there together. And the other people I think you should tell your dreams and aspirations to are just anyone that you really trust and know has a good heart. They just popped in your brain when I said that. And if there's even an ounce of not trusting in them, of thinking that they might be negative because they've said something negative about something before that might be related to this, just don't tell them. Just better not. It's better to just do than to say. I mean, there's a bunch of quotes out there that it's like, everything is just a conversation until it actually happens. And I really don't want to have the stigma of someone that says something, that says he's going to do something over and over and over again, or is constantly going from idea to idea and then not actually following up on that and not actually having that happen, because that can be a little embarrassing. I'm not going to lie. So, in my opinion, the best thing that anyone can do, instead of telling everyone and their mother the dreams that they have, is to get a very, very clear picture of what it is you want in your brain. So there's two main things. This is really it. There's two main things to get there. The first one is to soul search and think about, well, shit, what is it that I actually want? And when I say soul search, what I mean is that, as cringy as this might sound, I would take a few days, turn off your screens, go camping, or go to like a dark sky observatory alone with a journal and just ponder life. But the benefits that come out of that is you're going to be so much more clear headed about where you want to go. And this might not be only in one go, but it's no doubt in my mind that that's not going to get you a little more clear headed on where you want to go. And when you know what you want, where you want to go, well, now it's time to visualize that. And I'd recommend meditating on this, ideally first thing in the morning and then once at night. These are both equally important. The one in the morning is good because that can get your head straight for the day of reminding you what you should work towards today. And then the one at night is also super good because you're going to sleep with that visualization fresh in your mind. And whether you're superstitious or not, you can believe that that's actually going to bring you what you want. But it's just keeping your mind on your goal. When you keep your mind on your goal, you're much more likely to actually do it. This is why I advocate so much for going about life without constantly wearing headphones or constantly being stimulated. Because when you're constantly stimulated, whether it's audible stimulation or visual stimulation, you have less thoughts in your brain. And that's like a meme of someone that's in the gym that's blasting metal music that's like trying to destroy any even beginning of a thought in their head. But that's obviously not healthy and not good. Every thought is an idea, right? And every idea can take you so much further than we could ever even imagine, right? And then during the day, all you can really do is just work towards that goal once a day. That's all I got for you today. If you want to talk to me, add the Instagram and check out the music if you have some free time. And have a beautiful rest of your day.